Muy buenos días a todos y a todas. Gracias por conectarse a un nuevo día de la construcción de este hábito de la meditación, de cómo poder empezar a estar más en el aquí y en el ahora, ¿cierto? De realmente ser mucho más conscientes, mucho más mindfulness, o si se quiere, sí, mucho más conscientes de lo que hacemos, de lo que pensamos y cómo eso todo lo que tenemos realmente nos aporta o no nos termina de aportar tanto. El día de hoy, como les dije ayer, vamos a tener una meditación de Jay Shetty. Jay Shetty es un autor de dos grandes libros que se llama Piensa como un monje y Ocho reglas del amor. Esta es una persona que em, vivió bastante tiempo con los monjes y después de esto quiso ir a enseñarle al mundo, quiso venir al mundo a enseñarnos todas estas enseñanzas que obtuvo durante su estancia viviendo con los monjes, lo cual ha sido bien, bien interesante. Nos trae conceptos como el Dharma, que es encontrar eso que te gusta y que naturalmente también contribuye al mundo, lo cual me parece muy, muy interesante. El día de hoy vamos a hablar sobre cómo romper patrones, algo que podemos tener en nuestra vida, bien sea a nivel de patrones mentales, emocionales, ¿cierto? Que también se ven reflejados en nuestra vida diaria y que siempre nosotros terminamos preguntándonos por qué nos sucede esto. Entonces vamos a tener una meditación muy corta, unos 7 minutos, 6 minutos alrededor, pero muy, muy fructífera, con mucho contenido que nos va a ayudar, como les dije anteriormente, a romper esos patrones. Entonces, sin más, pues iniciemos.
Back in 2018, the CEO of Apple, Tim Cook, spoke to Duke's graduating class, and he said, "Don't just accept the world you inherit today. Don't just accept the status quo. No big challenge has ever been solved, and no lasting improvement has ever been achieved unless people dare to try something different." And that also holds true for smaller challenges and smaller improvements when it comes to your day to day life. Now, I get how it can be incredibly difficult to change how things have always been done, but doing so can have a massive impact. The next 7 minutes are about your patterns and having the courage to break them. I'm Jay Shetty. Welcome to the Daily J. As per usual, let's begin by taking 3 centering breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Filling up and relaxing. Arriving and settling in this moment. So recently, a friend of mine told me a story about her and her mom. This friend is an artist. She's passionate, disciplined, and committed to her craft. But when she decided she wanted to pursue painting professionally, she had a hard time gaining her mother's approval. See, my friend's mom had also been a painter. But decades before, when she'd gone to her father, my friend's grandfather, and asked for his support, he said that she could be a doctor or a lawyer. Those were the options. That was it. So she became a lawyer. She pushed aside her dreams and did what was expected of her. And so when her daughter had the same dream, her first reaction was to reject it. "I wanted to be an artist too," she recounted. "But your papa said no." In response, my friend challenged her. "Well, Mom, are you going to do the same?" Cold, am I right? You know, it reminds me of things I've experienced while walking an unconventional path. But I also have a lot of sympathy for my friend's mom. It must have been painful when her father prevented her from pursuing her dream. Now, it's tough to unpack why she wanted to limit her daughter in the same way she'd been limited. That conversation is for another time. Still, this is something we see again and again. People repeat familiar patterns, even if they aren't so great. But let me ask you, do we have to perpetuate the cycle? Eventually, my friend's mom let go of the past and supported her daughter. And when she saw my friend thrive, she actually took up painting again herself and even started showing and selling her work. My friend's mom chose differently from her father, and she was rewarded for it, both personally and in terms of her relationship with her daughter. Stepping back, this just goes to show we have the ability to stop the cycle, to make a different choice. So when we have the urge to say no to somebody, to deny them, or even to deny ourselves, we should ask ourselves, why? Why am I approaching this from a place of closed mindedness? And sure, there may be many good reasons, but there are plenty that, quite frankly, aren't so good. Like if the reason is that's the way it's done, and there's no other way, or that someone else needs to pay their dues, well, it might be worth examining. Of course, this may take serious, concerted work, but ultimately, it's liberating to move past your old, harmful patterns, and instead to focus on making the present and future the best it can be for everyone. And with all that in mind, let's meditate. So get comfortable wherever you are, maybe rolling your shoulders or stretching your neck, and then quieting into stillness. Closing your eyes if you'd like, tuning into this moment, and turning your attention inwards. See if you can assume an attitude of openness and curiosity as you explore your experience of the present, exploring your breath, your body, the state of your emotions, the state of your mind. And if you fall into any patterns that aren't so supportive, whether it's judgment or planning, or maybe a restless leg, notice them, acknowledge them, and see if you can interrupt them. Returning attention to your experience of the moment, staying aware of your whole self, resting gently here and now. And let's open this up. Reflect more broadly on whether you find yourself repeating any unhelpful patterns in life, whether generation to generation or simply day to day. Why do you think you do that? What could you do to interrupt the cycle and choose to try something different? I know, easier said than done, but it all starts with awareness. And hopefully, that's what you've developed today. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you'll consider sharing the Daily J with a friend. And I can't wait to see you again tomorrow.
Bueno, muy bien, una meditación corta pero muy, muy sustanciosa, ¿cierto? Donde podemos ver justamente eso, cuáles son esos patrones que estamos repitiendo por generaciones y para no irnos muy lejos, qué pena con ustedes, para no irnos muy lejos, cuáles son esos patrones que tenemos todos los días. Eso es bien importante, empezar si se quiere, como dice Tim Ferriss, hacer ese inventario del día, del tiempo, de lo que estamos haciendo, de lo que estamos pensando. Escribir, a esta hora estoy pensando tal cosa sobre mí o sobre la vida, sobre X cosa. para empezar a identificar cuáles son esos diálogos internos que estamos teniendo todos los días con nosotros. Y ahí es donde vamos a empezar a ver cuáles son esos patrones que estamos realizando o que estamos teniendo con nosotros y que también se lo estamos transmitiendo a nuestro círculo social. Esto es supremamente importante, muy, muy corta la meditación, pero como les decía, muy sustanciosa, supremamente importante. Creo que para mí ha sido una de las mejores porque en verdad creo que y con journaling, para los que quieran empezar a hacer journaling o a escribir sobre esos pensamientos, en la descripción de mi biografía en Instagram pueden encontrar una guía totalmente gratuita para que lo puedan tener, para que puedan empezar a escribir. Pero sí creo que en la medida que empecemos a ver qué estamos haciendo con nuestro tiempo, a ver qué estamos pensando, cuándo lo estamos pensando, naturalmente vamos a empezar a identificar estos patrones. Entonces, que nos quede eso de tarea y vamos a seguir el día de mañana, último día de la semana, ya lo tenemos de un cachito y ya habremos completado 5 días de la semana meditando. Les mando un gran abrazo y nos vemos mañana.